Am I the asshole for telling my dad there will be no making up for missing my high school graduation? I, 18 male, graduating high school at the end of this month. My dad dropped a bomb on me 2 nights ago that his stepdaughter, 14 female, has an award ceremony for some competition she entered and won in another state on that same day, and that she really wants him to be there. He told me he couldn't possibly make it to both, and since his wife and their children together will be going, he needs to be there too. He told me he would make it up to me and we could celebrate another time. I still live with him, not for much longer. My mom died when I was 7 and my dad got married again when I was 11 or 12. It's been a few years now. His stepdaughter never knew her biological dad, so my dad accepted her as his own. And he has prioritized her a lot in the last 5 to 6 years. It doesn't always show in the most obvious ways, but it can be felt. Father-son time was put on an indefinite hiatus, and instead of dad told me he needed to include her in our time together, but he also spent time with her just for her father-daughter time. I brought it up to my dad, and he told me I wasn't exactly making an effort to be closer to her, so he wanted us all to bond and didn't want me to just focus on my relationship with him. He has attended her dance things instead of my basketball games if they're on the same time. It doesn't matter if mine was known about first. He will still skip my stuff to go to hers. He will take us on family days, and whenever he and his wife say kids can choose, he picks her choices over mine. He claims it's because they will be the most fun for everyone, but really he even says it afterwards, anything the princess wants. Our refrigerator and our shower broke at the same time. His stepdaughter's birthday was coming up, so he took money from my birthday fund to pay for that stuff, and so his stepdaughter would definitely get what she wanted. This Barbie house thing and the whole fashion set, blah, blah, blah. He didn't get all the money back by the time my birthday came around, so he bought me a $30 gift card for Steam when he had promised me a new monitor and keyboard for my computer. When my dad told me he wouldn't be at my graduation to go and support her, I told him there's no making up for that, and he can forget about being included in my life going forward. He told me he would make it up to me, and I told him I will always come second to his little princess. I'm not going to be okay with that. I told him he's discarded me for the last time. Dad begged me to be reasonable, but I walked away. And then I invited both sets of grandparents who agreed to come. His wife told me I could have come with them and I don't need to attend the ceremony, but I could support my sister. I said her daughter is not my sister, and I do not want to support their family anymore, and I will be out of their hair soon. She called me selfish and told me I can't deny her daughter a dad. That was a lot, first of all.
You know, but I like that it was a lot because it's more detailed. Because at first I was like, oh, this is going to be a tricky one. I don't know.
Right.
But the more detail,
yeah,
I feel like he was very good about it because I would have been worse.
He's been gathering evidence for a while.
I feel like, and he spoke to his dad about it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was a must. He had to do that.
Yeah,
I don't think he was the asshole. His dad is definitely 100% the asshole. You can't do that.
Yeah, and the high school graduation is huge.
It is.
Like, that's a huge milestone for anybody.
And it's not about the competition. He's done this a million times.
Yeah.
Clearly he has favorites. And his mom passed away. So, like, if anything, you should want to make him feel more included and closer to you because you're his only parent left.
Yeah. The thing that bothered me, well, one of the things that bothered me the most is, like, the wife is like, just don't go to the ceremony, come to this recital or whatever it was.
Well, I'm sure she's a lot of the reason why this man feels okay to do what he's doing.
For sure.
Because she could encourage him to be like, hey, spend time with your son. You know, your wife passed away. Like, let's include him more. Let's make sure we all support him for his graduation. She'll be okay. It's just a competition. Like, it's not...
It's nice for the daughter that she has someone to, like, look after and have a father figure, but it's also like...
He's losing a father.
This guy's losing a father, yeah.
So he's definitely not an asshole. I feel like he'll be relieved after this. It's sad, though.